All right, here's the pseudocode for week 3. We're going to call the inside the fruit.php. We're going to call the API from the fruit get. We're going to connect to the database. If a post occurs, we're going to get the values and create the input into the database. We'll have to get the user input via a post form, and we'll have to create a table to store all to display the stored data. And for each indexed piece of data in the database, we'll display all the values in there. The delete fruit, we're going to connect to the database. We're going to delete from the database based on that primary key that was used, and we're going to refresh the page. The fruit get.php, we're going to connect to the database. We're going to read all the database info. We're going to select one random row in there, encode that to JSON, and display the selected image URL or row, whatever you want to call it, as the fruit of the day with the name and color. The flow chart, user visits the site, we refresh the stored fruit data with a random row or image, which means we have to have the fruit adds call the fruit get, connect to the database, select random row, encode it to JSON, and decode it from JSON, and display with a random row or image or input form, which we've selected our random one. The user at this point can choose to do an input to the fruit data. If the fields are complete, that fruit data will be stored. If they're not complete, then they're just still on the same page with an error message. Or they can choose to delete fruit data, at which point we'll delete the data from the database based on that primary ID. And it all comes right back to refreshing or displaying that page again. Now, for the code, we're going to call the API, just like we said. We're going to log into the server. We're going to get any post values if there are any. There's all the HTML. Here's our for each statement. For each fruit that's in there, we're going to get the fruit name and the fruit color and the image, and that's where we're calling out our display there. There is our form, our table, and fetching the results for the table. We go into the fruit get. We've got to connect to the server again. We're going to read everything from the server, put it all into an array, encode, or well, select one of the rows and put that row into an array, and then echo out or encode it into JSON and echo out the results. The delete, again, you got to connect to the server, and we're going to, based on the ID, we're going to delete that section, and then we're going to refresh the server or the page. That's all there is to it.